Are you ready to go from, am I good enough, to, wait, is this even good enough for me? Welcome to the Self-Love Sessions podcast. I'm Nadja Hagen, your hostess and self-love coach for all your high-achieving women recovering from people-pleasing and ready to prioritize yourselves. In this show, I share actionable tips and tools to help you set healthy boundaries and prioritize yourself, so that you can intentionally build your life aligned with your values and finally build mutual, connected relationships without the need to pretend to be someone you're not. Let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back to the show, my friend. I hope you're having a beautiful holiday season so far. Can you believe we are right smack in the middle of Christmas? It's that magical time of the year when the days kind of blur together, time seems to melt away, and let's be honest, the chaos can get real. So let me check in with you. How are you feeling right now? Are you still finding moments to breathe, to connect, and to actually enjoy yourself? Did you get to test out any of the tips I shared in the last 2 episodes? You know, the ones about setting boundaries, staying present, and shifting from overwhelm to a more peaceful, connected holiday? If those tips helped you say no where you needed to, or allowed you to step back and actually soak in the magic, I'm so glad. And if you're still finding yourself pulled in a million directions, first, take a deep breath right now. Seriously. Inhale and exhale. You're here now, and that's what matters. Because this is also the time of the year when our minds start to wander towards what's next. Christmas is winding down, the new year is practically knocking on the door, and suddenly we are all thinking about fresh starts, big goals, and shiny resolutions. This year, I'm finally going to get healthy. I'll stop people-pleasing. I'll fix my relationships. I'll say no more often. Sound familiar? But here's the thing, and I'm going to get real with you here. Most resolutions don't stick. In fact, research shows that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. That's not to say we are all lazy or incapable. Not at all. It's because those goals, they often lack a strong foundation. And they require discipline to follow through instead of real motivation and inspiration. And that's what today's episode is all about. If you want to step into 2025 feeling confident, aligned, and full of self-love, the real work starts with uncovering your personal values. When you know what matters most to you, what truly lights you up and guides your life, you stop setting random goals and start creating ones that actually stick. So, grab your coziest blanket, a cup of tea, or whatever feels good in this moment. We are going to spend the next couple of minutes diving deep. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to define your top 3 to 5 values, and you'll have the tools to set goals that bring more confidence, connection, and self-love into your life. How does this sound? I think that sounds pretty enticing. And hey, if you're already feeling like you could use a little help with this process, stick around. I've got a special Christmas coaching offer just for you. So, let's do this. All right, let's start here. Why do so many New Year's resolutions fail? Why do we start January with so much energy, only to lose steam weeks later? Here's what I've learned, and what I've seen in my coaching clients again and again and again. Resolutions fail because they are often surface level. We set goals based on what we think we should want, or what other people expect of us, instead of anchoring them to what's truly important to us. We are chasing results, but we are not connected to why those results even matter. For example, let's say you set the classic resolution to get fit. Finally, great. But if you don't know why that goal is meaningful to you, if you haven't tied it to one of your values, it becomes way too easy to quit when life gets busy or when motivation fades. Or maybe you set a goal to be more assertive this year. I love that. But unless you are clear on how that goal connects to something like your values of self-respect, confidence, or healthy relationship, it's going to feel forced. You'll slip back into old patterns before you even realize it. So here's the big truth. When your goals aren't grounded in your values, they are like a house without a foundation. They are wobbly. They fall apart when life throws you a curveball. And let's be real, life always throws curveballs. Your values are your roots. They are the compass that guides your decisions, your actions, and your relationships. When you're connected to your values, everything shifts. You start setting boundaries with confidence. You build relationships that feel nourishing, and you stop people-pleasing because you know what truly matters to you. Let's take a pause here. I want you to reflect for a moment. What happens when you set goals that aren't aligned with your values? How does it feel in your body? Exhausting? Frustrating? Like you are forcing something that doesn't even fit? If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. But the good news? There's a better way. And that's where defining your personal values comes in. So what exactly are personal values? And why do they matter so much? Your values are the deep guiding principles that shape how you live, love, and lead your life. They are the things that light you up, the non-negotiables that make you feel aligned and whole. For example, let's say one of your core values is freedom. That might show up as setting boundaries so you have space to breathe, choosing work or relationships that give you flexibility, saying no to anything that feels constricting. Or maybe one of your values is connection. That might mean prioritizing quality time with loved ones, having honest conversations, or showing up fully in your relationships. When you know your values, you start making decisions from a place of clarity, confidence, and self-love. Instead of saying yes to everything, you can ask yourself, does this align with what I value most? And let me tell you, that kind of alignment, it changes everything. Let's get practical. How do you actually uncover your personal values? It's a process, but it's so worth it. Here's a 3-step exercise you can try right away, right now. The first step is reflect on peak moments. Think about the times when you felt most fulfilled, proud, or at peace with yourself. What was happening during those moments? Were you helping others? Were you taking care of yourself? Maybe it was when you made a bold decision that aligned with your beliefs. Write these moments down and look for patterns. You might notice themes like growth, integrity, freedom, or connection. The second step is ask yourself key questions. What matters most to you in life? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? Your values are deeply tied to these questions. For example, when you think about your relationships, is honesty or compassion more important to you? Or perhaps in your career, is it innovation or collaboration that drives you? The third step is test your values in action. Now take your list of values and think about how they show up in your everyday life. Do your actions match your values? If not, where can you make adjustments to align them more closely? For example, if you value family but find yourself working overtime, can you shift things around to create more space for loved ones? In my coaching sessions, many of my clients discover that they've been living based on external expectations, what their families, society, or their workplaces wanted from them. It's common for people pleasers, especially, to live in alignment with others' values. But the magic happens when they start listening to their inner truth. I had one client who always felt burned out at work. Through this process, she uncovered that freedom and creativity were core to her values. When she started shifting her career to align with these, she felt a huge sense of relief. Her work became more energizing and her personal life flourished. Take a moment now to think, what values come up for you in these areas? Your career, relationships, and personal well-being. We're in the middle of the holiday seasons, and I've got something special for you. I'm offering an exclusive Christmas coaching intensive of 45 minutes. And this is an offer that's especially designed for you if you haven't worked with me before, because I give it to you at an insane low price. It's only 147 euros for 45 minutes one-on-one time and followed up with a whole week of email support. And in our 45 minutes together, we will uncover your 3 to 5 most important personal values so you can use them as your navigation system, as your compass to make the best decisions possible for 2025. How does this sound? I think that is amazing. This offer is perfect if you have been overwhelmed or stuck, whether it's setting boundaries, finding your inner strength, or making a major life transition. With this coaching intensive, you'll get tailored support to break through old patterns, and I'll be there every step of the way to help you transform your mindset and habits. One of my clients, Sarah, came to me feeling completely disconnected from her personal values and struggling with guilt over putting herself first. By the end of our time together, she not only redefined her boundaries, but also embraced a whole new approach to self-care. She was able to set clear, healthy boundaries at work, and within weeks, she felt more energized, confident, and aligned with her goals. That is the magic of alignment. And alignment starts with being clear on your most important personal values. To claim your spot, head to the link in the show notes and start 2025 on a powerful note. There are limited spots available, so don't wait if this is for you. Wow, what an incredible journey we've been on today. We've dug deep into the importance of discovering your personal values and how aligning your life with these values is the key to unlocking true fulfillment and joy. Together, we've explored how reflecting on your peak moments can reveal what matters most to you, how asking the right questions can guide you to your core beliefs, and how putting your values into action is the only way to live authentically. The steps we discussed today, reflecting on your past, asking key questions about your future, and aligning your actions with your values, are all designed to help you make decisions that are in harmony with who you really are. It's all about uncovering your true self and living with intention. When you take time to connect with your inner values, you are able to design a life that's full of purpose, fulfillment, and freedom. Remember, discovering your values isn't something that happens overnight. It's an ongoing process, and that's okay. The important part is that you start. When you do, you begin to experience life from a place of alignment. And that's when the real magic happens. I hope you're feeling inspired and ready to take those first steps toward living a life that reflects what truly matters to you. But before we part ways, I want to take a moment to wish you the happiest, healthiest, and most peaceful new year. May 2025 be full of magical moments, new beginnings, and deep, authentic connections. This is your year to thrive, and I know you have everything it takes to make it extraordinary. As you move into the new year, if you're craving more community, connection, and support, I invite you to join my free Facebook group, the Self-Love and Boundaries Mastery Group. This group is an incredible space where you can access a wealth of resources, tips, and tools to help you live in alignment with your authentic self. Whether you're looking for practical strategies on setting boundaries, inspiration for your personal growth, or simply a place to connect with like-minded individuals, this group has it all. And best of all, it's a supportive and empowering community where you can share your wins, ask questions, and grow with others who are on the same journey. You can search for the Self-Love and Boundaries Mastery Group on Facebook, or you can simply click the link in the show notes to join. It's completely free, and I love to have you as a part of this amazing community. In this group, I'll support you to create a life that reflects your true values and bring you the most fulfillment. I'm so excited to talk to you again in the new year. Here's to a year filled with clarity, confidence, and authentic connection. Let's make 2025 the best year yet. Thank you for tuning into today's episode. If you're ready to dive deeper into setting boundaries, knowing exactly when and how to communicate them so they stick, I've got something for you. Head over to nadjahagen.com/boundaries-checklist and grab your free 8 Steps to Healthy Boundaries checklist for high-achieving women, so you feel confident in every interaction. This is my thank you for listening and a way to keep supporting you beyond the self-love sessions. I can't wait to chat again in the next episode.